This
Testing
conference will
is
now be recorded.
testing is no, not. I mean, testing is not a is not only part of a solution manager, but only the change request management, process management, and one more thing, solution documentation. These kind of functionalities our clients are using currently. Okay, so it's almost like 2020 is almost mid, right? So we have only 2.5 years of life span for the solution manager to opt for the clients. Okay, so after this 2027 December solution manager is the SAP is not giving, so solution manager will be there, but SAP is not giving support, not going to give the support to the solution manager functionalities. So all the clients should go to the cloud ALM. So with respect to your testing, solution manager have the test suite, manual test suite and the focusable test suite, also automation, but it uh, while you are going to expert in this test suite, solution manager will coming to end. So we have like 2.5 years lifespan of solution manager. So
So in
it's
that one
better
is in
to
was he told like
mm, solution
CB.
manager functionality, CBTA, yes, but
Ah, ah.
CBTA is coming from component-based test automation is coming from solution manager only. It's different. I mean, it's not a different coming from solution manager, but the lifetime of solution manager is only 2.5 years now. Okay,
That
he's
means
saying
next
yeah,
year.
I
Uh,
can
that
understand that why he suggested you to solution manager. Initially, if you can learn change request management, solution documentation, process management, technical monitoring, after all these four functionalities, we have so many functionalities in the solution manager, but these three functionalities are the more key features to rely on the solution manager. Okay, so by that time you expert on the solution manager, change request management, and process management, this solution manager is coming to end. So with based on the solution manager knowledge, you can go into the cloud ALM. So, whoever gave you the advice to take a call on the solution manager, it's not about a. I hope this is not about a test suite. It's about a change request management and process management. Okay. So while coming to, so as this is a demo, okay, solution manager demo. So you guys are captured some of the time for evening 7 p.m. So it's like 30 minutes to 40 minutes, whatever it is timing. I will going to give you a demo on the solution manager. What are the key functionality of the solution manager? How the clients, which functionalities of the solution manager are currently clients are using. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen
yeah. So
and I'll explain you.
from when this solution manager is decommissioned?
It will be available till December 2027.
Okay.
Till
After that,
December 20,
cloud ALM.
after the
After that, cloud.
cloud, cloud ALM, I am not saying that cloud ALM is a successor of the solution manager, but cloud ALM is the application life. Solution manager is also application lifecycle management, but cloud ALM is a different functionality. So, for example, if you can see tester, as a tester, you can see solution manager have the test suite, and HP ALM also have the test suite. Okay, so different tools give you the test suite to for the manual or automation of testing, right? So in the same way, Cloud ALM is a different functionality, different tool, which is giving introduction by the SAP. It's already from last 2 years, Cloud ALM is using uh, by the clients. Okay, so we are also learning something on the Cloud ALM because we are doing some POC on the cloud. Even we are a solution manager, we are learning this cloud ALM and making some notes, PPTs, and doing some POs, I mean, POCs to our client. So there is no option. We have to also move on to the cloud ALM after 2.5 years. So testing is not a only part of the solution manager. Actually, solution manager is for process management, change request management. In the process management, you can see also the solution documentation and the solution administration. Test suite is also there, a manual testing and automation testing is comes under the focused build testing. Focused build is a separate component in the solution manager,
Hmm. Okay.
right? Okay. Anyway, I will be sharing my screen and I have created one PPT and I will be explaining that. Let me know if you are able to see my screen, Madhukar. So, while coming to my introduction, myself, Srinivas, I have 8.5 years of experience in SAP. Actually, my total experience is 19 years. Previously, I worked as a recruiting, and now from last 8.5 years, I'm working into solution, I mean SAP only. My career started with SAP Basis, Solution Manager, and Release Manager. So from last 8.5 years, and we I'm exploring a cloud ALM as well now. So as we are moving on to cloud ALM the next after 2 years, so I'm learning that, exploring that cloud ALM as well. So while coming to the solution manager demo, currently the current version of the solution manager 7.2 and the current version is SPS 70 and there is SPS 19 also released. We are working in a corporate environment, right, where currently we are using SPS 17. Now the latest environment is SPS 19. So today's agenda, I will be covering the key points here, like what is a solution manager, what is the mandatory configuration, manager system configuration, change request manager, which is the most key tool using by the most of the clients. Process management, test suite, and other features, the body of the other features as well. So also in this given point of time, we can't able to cover all the functionality. So I will be covering these five tools and remaining overview of the remaining features. So what is a solution manager? Means solution manager is the application lifecycle management collaboration with the SAP, which provides a full-time lifecycle support and for application lifecycle management for end-to-end functionality and continuous improvement. So these are the solution manager is the only thing which connects to every system. Like we have different uh, manager systems. Manager systems is like S4. We have different systems like S4, Fiori, MDG, SLT, BW, GTS. We have so many systems. Right? Solution manager is the central point of contact for all these systems. The once all the systems, the S4 system, BW, GTS, MDG, whatever it is the system connected to the solution, it will be uh, monitoring from the background for the requirement of the systems it will be designing and we can the functionality will be testing here from the solution manager and it will be deploying directly into the into the quality system and the production system for the S4 system, whatever it is the systems, S4, GTS, Fiori, BAW, and it will be optimized. So this is a continuous process for the solution manager. The main key point is to here you can see solution implementation, solution documentation, upgrade management will be this upgrade management like even you if the basis people who wants to upgrade the system upgrades like version upgrades they will be calculating the spaces software and other XML files from the solution manager itself. It's a maintenance management, business process operations, technical operations, IT service management. IT service management is the ticketing tool. Ticketing tool, just like we have now service now, right? The service now is a different vendor. SAP Solution Manager provides a ITSM, IT Service Manager, which is going to discuss in the next slides. The main key point is the change control management. This is the main functionality which is using by all over SAP customers. Solution Manager is the free version, right? So for the free, you don't need to purchase any license for the Solution Manager. Solution Manager is a free system. For the free system, these many functionalities are provided by the SAP. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. So mandatory configuration. The first functionality is mandatory configuration. What is this mandatory configuration? Mandatory configuration contains the system preparation, infrastructure preparation, and a basic configuration. These three are mandatory configuration. Why these are called a mandatory configuration? Once the solution manager system is installed, we need to do the post installation checks. These are the post-installation activities, system preparation, infrastructure preparation, and basic configuration, which is in the next slide. In the system preparation, we have to define the system role. Actually, this manager system is a two-system landscape, like development system and the production system only. All other systems like S4 system will be the three-system landscape, four-system landscape, five-system landscape. For the solution manager, we can maintain only two system landscape. We can maintain. If you want to maintain three system, that is also fine, but which is not required here. Two tier system is enough, which is solution manager. For example, if you can say I said like SMD, solution manager development, SMP for the solution manager production. In that way, you can install the defined system role means if that system SMD system itself connected to the solution manager, because we have solution manager the dual stack, ABAP stack and Java stack. In the Java level, you need to to the system, right? So you need to create a system which is a development system or the production system. You need to configure first. You need to do some prerequisites. The system needs to be work in the central solution manager system. You need to check some prerequisites. Once you this is the where you can go into the mandatory configuration. You can see Solman underscore setup. For the Solman underscore setup is the T code to access mandatory configuration here, where you can see the mandatory configuration in the left side. Once you click on the mandatory configuration, you can see the system preparation, infrastructure preparation, basic configuration. So there are six phases in the system preparation. You have to go into each phase that defined or that defined the documentation by we have some documentation is also available to how to do these activities in the for the system preparation. You can also read from there also. You have to can complete the system preparation and infrastructure preparation and basic configuration. These are the phases like define system role, check prerequisites, set up connections to SAP. There is a connection. So if anything happened to our system, SAP has to connect to our system and check, just like doctor check, right? So we need to establish a connection to the SAP. These are also whenever it need you can activate them. If not, you can just keep it like that. So some essential corrections, S notes, if there is any S notes that needs to be implemented, ABAP or Java corrections, maintain technical users. There are some technical users to be created, maintained by the passwords. And last one is complete. Complete is nothing but all checks has been completed. You can just click on the finish. This is only phase of the complete. Just like system preparation, we have so activities in this infrastructure preparation that we need to create. Set up landscape management means LMD. It is called LMDB. LMDB is the transaction code to access the setup landscape management. And you need to set up the connectivity between the systems, like from the solution manager to SAP and solution manager to S4 systems, just like that. And set up for BW. We have some mandatory activities, some optional activities. It depends on the you should complete all mandatory activities in the given all phases. Set up email communication. Whoever works on the solution manager, we have to configure those email IDs in the under infrastructure preparation, set up email communication. So these once any if you are if you are configuring early virtual alerts, an email should go to user, right? So at that time, this will help us to send an email from the solution manager to user. So configure CRM. CRM is customer resource management basics, and enable gateway services. And last one is complete basic configurations. From in the basic configuration, there will be some basic functionalities of the we need to configure some basic functions, and we need to there are job schedule some jobs as this is mandatory configuration. The job some jobs will be running regularly, periodically, or every daily jobs, monthly jobs, whatever it is, the mandatory job should be scheduled here. We need to there is some configurations should do manually, and some dialog users that we need to create. Some dialog users means we have satellite systems, managed systems like S4, GTS, MDG, SLT. So to connect those systems from the solution manager, we should maintain some basic dialog users. This is all about mandatory configuration. This mandatory configuration should be completed. All mandatory activities. We have some mandatory activities and optional activities. We should complete the mandatory activities for the mandatory configuration. And coming to manage system configuration. And about this manage system configuration, once this is also same, the transaction code is Solman underscore setup where you need to choose the manage system configuration before below the manage mandatory configuration only you can find the manage system configuration. Once you go into the manage system configuration, you can see all the systems which are installed for the landscape in the client's environment, how many systems are installed as for Fiori, BW, MDG, SLT, GTS, all the systems, even the Java systems like PIPO, Redwood, any systems were installed into the client environment, those we can see here on the solution because we need to choose one of the system. Which system you wanted to connect to the solution manager, that you should prepare. You are preparing a system for the manager system configuration by assigning product. You need to do some prerequisites check to maintain RFCs. Maintain RFCs is the main phase where the RFCs will be. We have like TMW, read RFCs, trusted RFCs are there. The TMW and read RFCs are the main RFCs which are important to be activated for the sys connect to connect to the systems like S4, BW, GTS, other satellite system. We call it as a satellite system or the managed system for the S4, BW, GTS, whatever it is that we call it as the managed system or the satellite system. So all these phases should be completed, and not all the phases until maintain RFC should be completed to connect to the other systems. And as a diagnostic agency, it will be basis activity. Even if you have a basis experience, as a diagnostic agent is also we can also do as a solution manager consultant. We are coming from we came from the basis background only, so we can also do the diagnostic agent installation in the customer landscape, and we can connect the diagnostic agent system per landscape parameters. So whatever it is the mandatory activity that we have to do, all these phases we need to complete those activities. And for the particular system, like managed system, yes, for BW, Fiori, whatever it is for the system, how many systems you wanted to connect to the solution manager? For all the systems, you need to do all these activities, mandatory activities. This is all about a managed system configuration. Madhukar, please, stop me if you have any questions in between. I can also stay for a minute and I will explain the
Yeah, sure, sir.
questions.
I will ask.
Okay, so this is about managed system configuration. And coming to change request manager, this is the key functionality. All the clients, whoever it is using the SAP environment, SAP software environment, all the clients using this change request management charm. We call it as a charm. The charm will be enables the client's project change management and the physical transports of the changes, deployment environment to the production environment. So clients will be having the three system landscape, four system landscape, five system. Currently, I'm working for a one major big company, which is the top 10 companies, which is my client actually. So I am working that client. I'm sorry to disclose the my client name, but I'm working with top 10 companies. So we have a five system landscape. Normally, small clients will have three system landscape or the four system landscape. So all the changes moving from development to quality, once the object is developed or created or customized, developed objects will be moving to test system, which are tested successfully, moving to production system. So this is not so that easy to move it to production system. There is a restricted, and there are some in between. There are change manager, release manager. These roles are there to uh, verify those changes which is going to tested successful in the quality system. After that, it will move to production system. Change manager and release manager plan that activity to the production in the weekends or non-user. There are, if there is no user logins, or they will intimate the users to do not log in so and so time. It will be maintenance time or the downtime. At the time only the changes will go to production. So all these changes moving to quality system and quality process will be controlled by the charm. By using a charm tool, we can control. Once the change manager allows, then only transport will go. The changes which are captured in the transport will go and sit in the quality system. It will be tested successfully. Then only a change manager and the release manager approves the change to the production system. Until unless if there is any problem occurs, the production will be down. Then the impact on the customers, right? Customers landscape. So that is the main agenda, to use the change request management for and all the clients. So here we have in the charm, I have total 4 years of experience in the charm implementation. Not 4 years. I have done actually four implementations, in four charm implementations, and two support projects. Currently, there is a third support project is running in my client. So these are the requests for change. We normally call it as RFC. It's not a basis RFC. It's a solution with RFC, a request for change. These are the transaction type we are SAP standard transaction type. We are not going to use them, but we will be copying this and customizing as a ZMCR or YMCR, just like that. And we customize them as per the client's requirement. We will be customizing this RFC, normal change, admin change, urgent change, and change. Most of the clients uses normal change and admin change only. Some more rare companies, rare clients uses urgent change and the standard change. So these are the uh, document types clients are using for the approving the changes to them. Because of by using this normal change only, they are creating a TR. TR creating in the S4 system, it's a local TR. But from the change request management charm, it will be assigned to a project. From there, it will be moving from development to quality, quality to production by using normal change. And this one about the one RFC per L3. So this is different. I'll explain about this. RFC will be one RFC will be created, and under this RFC, so many CD. CD is nothing but a change document. Just like previous said, the change document is say normal change, urgent change. Just like change document is a transition, a normal change, admin change, urgent change, sanction. These are all called change documents. In the above document is called RFC. RFC is different, change document is different. For each RFC, we can create more change documents. Just like one RFC standard config, one RFC for any one change document, any change documents. We can create a number of transports for each change documents. Okay, it's a subset. Just like one RFC, you can create multiple change documents. One change document, you can create multiple TRs. Just like that. Okay, this is all about. And so this is a request for change workflow. Once the requester or the developer creates a request for change, that will be go to approval for the change manager. Once the change manager is approved and it is moving to being implemented, one change document will be created. Okay. If it is in the being implemented, one change document will be created. In the one change document, this is the workflow of the change document. One change document will be created. Once the change document is in development status, ATR will be created. Create transports. If you can see in the below, create transports. Just a minute. So create transport. In development, he will be created, create transport. Okay. And while coming back to request for change, if the developer wants another change document to be created, he will go back to extend scope and creates a new PR, creates a new change document. He will be sending it to be approved again. Once it is approved by the change manager, it will be going to new being implemented. Again, another change document will be created, just like this. Another change document will be created. It's like so. One request for change, we can create. The developer can create. Requester can create multiple change documents. In one change document, the developer can create multiple TRs. Each change document, the developer can create multiple TRs. So this is the workflow of the change document. This is actually one of my previous clients' workflow, which is a four system landscape: development, test, quality, and production. Once it is in development state, ready for the test, developer can able to operate, will move into testing, informal testing, test system, and it is tested successfully, and it is moved to the leads will be approved, and it will be moved to formal test authorized. Change manager will be approved for the formal test authorizing for the quality system, and validation team will be moving that to authorized for input. The changes will be successfully tested in the test system and the quality system. Then on it will move to production. The change manager will approve for approve the change for the production. So it will the basis people will move into the import into production. So it will there is a button called actions. From the actions, they will be moving the changes from one level to and one status to another status, one status to another status, just like this. So all these legends, the developer leads basis change by using the same action button to move the user status to next status, whoever it is responsible for the leads, the change manager, the validation team, and the basis team will be finally importing the basis team will be importing the TR into the production and the move the status to import into production. This is the change document workflow. Previously, I said RFC workflow. One RFC will be created, and in the one RFC, we can create multiple change documents, just like this. While once it imports into production, the developer can't able to move it back to the in development to create new transport request. Whatever it is stage in formal test, after formal test completed, it depends on the customizing. We can able to move the user status to in development again. Now from not all. What if it is authorized for production? It will not go back to the in development. If it is for authorized for production, it will go to production only until format test completed. At any stage the status can be moved in development to create a new TRs. One object is created in caption one TR, it will move to format test completed. Again, it will go back to the in development. If the developer required to create another object in caption to another TR, it will go back to in development, create new transport, capture another object into the TR. So in the same way, we can able to move multiple times and create multiple TRs. To avoid confusion, it is restricted to like 4 to 5 TRs only, or else he will be confusing how many TRs are there, just like that. He can be create multiple change doc instead of creating multiple TRs. He can able to use the multiple change document by using RFC. He can create multiple change document by implemented. Again, go to extended scope, create a new change document to be approved. So by using this workflow, after it is implemented, it will not be used. He has to create new request for change to create a new change document to create a new TR. Okay. So this is all about request for change document. So these are the some of the roles: owners, process team leads, SI leads, developers, process team lead, validation team, change manager, validation lead, change manager basis. These are the roles. So this it is the one of the my previous roles. So I'm just displaying here what is the action and who is the responsible owner and what will happen at what point of time. There are sprints. Development, testing, production imports will be production deployments will be calculating as a dividing as a sprints, right? This is a development sprint. This is a testing sprint. This is a production deployment sprint. So by using they will be creating previously the sprints, then only they will implement the charm and move the changes from development to production system. So this is the example, and it's not as it is like that. The basic standard SAP or SAP change document will be three system landscape user status only. Depends on the client's requirement. We have to customize them into four system landscape. Here you can see four system landscape. It's a development system, test, quality, production. Actually, we have only three system: development, quality, and production. We have added test systems in between the quality and development. So to filter one more round of tests, to have one more round of tests with another experienced testers, we have created one more four system landscape here. So charm retrofit. Retrofit is nothing but if the customer have the dual landscape, this is one landscape, this is second landscape. Changes moving from consolidated system to consolidated, it's nothing but a development system. Consolidated to, this is called a maintenance track, this is called a project implementation track. Maintenance track, development system to quality system, quality to production system. So once the changes moving to production system, the same changes will should go to development system, the implementation line. So here these two will be integrated by using a retrofit tool. Okay, retrofit will be using to connect between the systems. You have a HTML configuration to connect the systems like a development, quality, and production in the same here. But in between the systems, we do not have any connections by using different different lines like in the retrofit functionality, we have a domain link. We can create a domain link between the system, and then the domain development will be the domain controller for all three systems, and this is the domain controller for these two systems. So we will be adding these systems to the here by creating a domain link. So this domain link will be the this consolidated system will be the main domain link for the project line also. For this retrofit system, we have separate configuration is there. Some of the not the small clients, some big clients contains maintenance landscape is different, implementation landscape different to avoid the business inconsistencies between the landscape and yeah. And this is how the retrofit we have CSOL and DGP. CSOL and DGP will be the other tools which one object and then n plus one landscape, right? And will be the maintenance landscape, and n plus one will be the project landscape, support landscape, project landscape. Once the developer uses a CD1 means change documents, developer one, developer two, CD2 means developer two. He CD1 they are the developer one creating an object or modifying one object. The same object will be using by the developer, it will be show as a CSOL lock. This is called a cross-system object lock will be display to the developer one, the developer two that the same object is developed, used by the developer one as well. So this is the one of the workflow which is created by me. One of the workflow. SS4 is nothing but a sandbox system. This is a one of the sandbox system. TS4 is test side actually. Sandbox system is a TS4 is a test system. You can call it as a test system. So in the real-time projects, we use our SIDs, right? So I just renamed those SIDs into sandbox system in the test system. So this CSOL will be captured. CSOL, this all of war. CSOL is a warning. It will be shows once the same object used by the two developers and any other system also. Not only single system, in any other system, if the same object used by any developer system, they will get a CSOL pop-ups, cross-system object lock, and DGP. DGP is nothing but a downgrade protection. So version one, we have different kind of versions for the changes. Changes version one will be going to the quality system. The second version will be good for quality system. By mistake, any developer moving object 2 first, then object version 2 first, after that moving object to version 1 again, they will get a DGP pop-up saying that your changes will be downgraded. Please check once again pop-up. So this DGP pop-up will be coming in the CD level, change document level. Object log, CSOL log will be, we can see the from the system level. From the system, we can see the CSOL log, CSOL warnings. From the change document, CHARM. CHARM means change request management. From the change document, we can see the DGP logs on the change document. So this is about retrofit. If the customer have the dual landscapes and landscape and N plus one landscape, by using retrofit functionality, we connect both the landscapes like support landscape and the project landscape. And we have CSOL and DGP for the objects for the same object. If the two developers using the same object in the same in the same system or the two system, because we have the domain link between the systems, right? So anyway, we have to the DGP conflict and the CSOL conflict also display here. And this is the workflow for the retrofit CSOL and DGP in N plus one landscapes. DS4, TS4, KS4, PS4, this is the development test quality and production systems, and DS1 is the N plus one landscape project line support line. Once the changes moving from development to test to quality production, the retrofit, there's an option called retrofit. Once we click on the retrofit, changes will be directly moving into the DS1 system from here to here. A TOS will auto import into that, then a TOS will go and sit in the DS1, and we need to retrofit the changes from TOC to TR created in the DS1 system. Okay, this is how where we can see the CSOL log and DGP. This is actual view of the retrofit, CSOL, and DGP. By looking at this image, we can understand the working functionality of the retrofit, CSOL, and DGP. And for retrofit, we have different traffic light signals like we have green, yellow, red, because its object is created in the N landscape moving to N plus one landscape, which is the object is not there and there are no conflicts. Same object is not there, we have a green light. So we can, the changes will automatically go and sit. If the changes are, the object is already there, but the changes are not there. For the same object, we have different changes are there. The changes will go and sit. If for the object one have AB and object two have in the N plus one landscape, object two have CD, the changes will go AB and sit on the project line system. The total objects are A, B, C, D. So in that way, this green and yellow work. If it is a category is red, the same objects is there, just like our Excel sheet, copying from one place to another place is the same object, same Excel sheet is there or same Word document is there. If you copy and paste, the changes will be overwritten. This is the red. It will the retrofit will show our changes shows as the red, means the changes same changes are there. If the changes retrofitted successfully, the changes will be changed. The wiped out. The first changes will be wiped out. by looking at these traffic signal traffic lights green, yellow, right, we can identify these changes. So at the point of time the developer will come, okay, if these can be overlapped, then it will go. Even if it is a red category, red, we can retrofit the changes. For yellow also we can retrofit the changes. For green also we can retrofit the changes. For the red we need to contact developer. We can loop developer and come take him into the call. Just identify what are the changes are if the changes can be wiped out or not. We just need to check with the developer to regarding the red category retrofit changes. So process management. As of now, I explained about the change request management. The starting with the manage mandatory configuration, manage the system configuration, change request management. In the change request management, we have Charm, Retrofit, CSOL, and DGP. Now moving on to the process management is a different functionality in the solution manager itself, which contains the solution documentation and solution administration. Solution documentation is nothing but it's a documentation. It's itself is documentation. We have for every project we have functional design documents, functional specification documents, technical design documents. Those documents will be saved in the system itself by using the solution documentation. We have solution documentation is the basis for all other solution manager capabilities. It describes customer technical components and non-components. So it links to the supporting technical objects such transactions and programs. Solution document contains two types of document, technical landscape and the documentation and business process documentation. All these will be maintained by the different experts depending on the documentation content. So this is the workflow of the solution administration where we will be creating branches. The main branches are the default branches are maintenance and production, development. We have different branches like development, import branch also there, quality branch also there. We can also create, but the basic once the system is installed, the basic uh, branches are production and maintenance. In the maintenance, the consultants, the developers will be creating the technical specification documents and storing those documents into the maintenance branch. And once those are approved by the selective managers, once they are approved, the changes, I mean, the documents will be moving into the production branches. So this is how the solution documentation looks like. So here we can see the top one is global functions, which is the development branch. This is called a development branch. We have a development system. In the development system, we have development branch. This is the business process, and this is scenario. This is a folder, and this is a process. We have process in each. In the forecast to deploy, we have different scenarios are there. In the each scenario, we have different processes are there. Okay, forecast deploys a scenario. Okay, it's a folder, and we have four scenarios. In one per scenario, we have multiple processes. In each process, we will have multiple process steps. So once you go to supply planning, we will have different kind of process, and each process have different process steps. It's a custom column browser structure. And if you select one statistical forecasting, the related attributes will be so what is the classification, how it was, when it was created by who is the responsible, the related documents, everything. The just explain the documentation. FSDs, FDD, TSDs will be created under here, uploaded here. The document will be created for any project line documentation will be created. Those documents will be uploaded here. For the project line, the line managers will be approved those documents, and once it is approved, it will automatically go to production branch, production system, production branch. So this is a overview of the solution documentation. How many scenarios are there for each one business process? It's a scenario folder, scenario, It's a process and process step. It's just like, okay. So this is object assessment panel where we have creating transaction types, transactions, interfaces. We can also upload the documents. We can upload the test scripts also here. In coming slides, we can explain about the test suite. For those test suite, the testing related to order to cache. Once you choose here, order to cache, we have multiple scenarios. Choose one scenario, multiple processes. Choose one process. Here, in that under that process, you can a- upload a test script here under the this is called a element section. Here, the test script will be uploaded. Once you select the test script, that the details will be displayed here. Whatever you select here, who created this, at what time created, the date, the time, what is the test manager, what is the test case name, everything that the attributes, everything display here. Whatever you choose here. And test suite, it's a manual and automated test suite this one. And manual is only test suite, automated one is focusable test suite. So as per my knowledge, once I used test suite in one of my previous projects, test suite and focusable test suite also, we have more functionalities added. We have more functionalities added now. So this is the line of requirement analysis, test plan creation, test case creation, execution, defect, if some the defect is logging, defect fix and re-verification. So this is the line for testing from one requirement to fixing the defect. This is about the test suite. And test suite, business process expert, test manager, tester, and test manager. So how to the test preparation, the test manager will be plan the testing, what we have, exactly happening in the test manager. The tester will get the email notification for the assigned test cases. Once the test is successfully completed, again he will report it to test manager and sign off the test execution. This is the roadmap for the creating the test preparation until and the test reporting roadmap. So this is one of the roadmap, which is roadmap means it's called a blueprint. It's a blueprint. The previous one is roadmap, and this is the blueprint how the solution documentation uses the uh, test suite and to upload under the solution documentation, way to create change analysis, how they're planning testing and the test execution, defect management, test execution, defects, test reports, defect reports, everything. So this is one of the blueprint for the test suite provided by the solution manager under the solution documentation. So solution documentation, this is how the solution business process, sales scenario, order to cash. So there are three, one test case which is from solution documentation, how the test plan is created, how in the test plan, how the test packages is created and assigned, and those packages assigned to the testers to work on this. As you are a tester, so you know this outline process in different tool. This is the user interface for the tester who is working on a SAP solution manager. And these are the some other functionalities which is provided by solution manager. Only key functionalities I have covered in this demo, and these are other functionalities. And the previous one already I have worked on. These are in already worked on. I have plenty of knowledge on those, and currently I'm working on those functionalities with my current client and previous clients as well. These are the small functionalities provided by the solution manager, just like requirement manager, project management, technical system monitoring. Previously, we called it as a technical monitoring. Now it is a system monitoring. System monitoring also one of the functionality. Systems will be monitored through solution manager Systems means like S4 system, POA, BW, how much is the what is the performance, what's the space, database space, application, the space wise, performance wise, any disconnections, RFC availability, connection availability, interface connecting, everything, whatever it is, the everything will be monitored through the technical system monitoring. So this functionality uses for that. And ITSM, IT service management, is nothing but it is one of the ticketing tool, just like a service now. ITSM uses just like normal change, we use SMMJ. For the ITSM, we use SMIN. In the change request management charm, we are using customizing transaction types for the customer. For the IT service management, there is no customizing required. We can use the same SMIN with by copying SIMN to ZMIN or YMIN. We can use the same the transaction type. There is no need to customize. You can use the as it is the package ITSM. So it's a ticketing tool. Currently, no one is using after ServiceNow introduced. No one is using this IT service management. Only Charm solution documentation, process management only using by the end customers. And early watch alerts. Early watch alerts means is nothing but we can prepare a alert by using this alert. The basis team or any consultants can proactively look for, because once alert. So, for example, system database filling up, it's coming to 80% now. Once it is 80%, a alert will be triggered to the data basis team or the database team. The hey, the space is filling up, it's now already 80% is. At the time, we can just add another tenant, or we can just take a database backup, proactively take the actions. Early version, not only a database space, we can also configure the rest of the like the interface monitoring, just like the RFC and availability, whatever it is. If the RFC's connections are not good, it will automatically identify and trigger an email to the respective person for the email service. Initially, in the starting of this presentation, I explained about set up email communication, right? In that, whatever is the we need to add the email into that email setup through the email setup email communication. Using that, email alerts will be triggering to the particular configured email. So this is all about early watch alerts. Business process monitoring, CCLM and ATC. These are business process monitoring. This is also one of the monitoring for the business processes. What are the business processes are working good or not? And this is also if there is any issues, it will also works like a early watch alerts only. It will be monitored all the business processes just like that. And the CCLM, ATC, custom code lifecycle management, and the ABAP test cockpit, it will be used by most of the developers only. And we will be configuring this ATC to the solution manager and that same ATC in the S4 system. So both are communicated using the RSA connection. So developer will be creating their own packages and run the ATC checks to identify any syntax errors, like just like that. So this is about CCLM and ATC integration monitoring system. The integration between the systems, between the components monitoring will be uh, can be monitored through the integration monitoring. Job monitoring, background jobs are there. If the job is more than one time, two time canceling, we can also configure how much time job is running long time than expected time, or if the job is canceling, if the job is running more than expected time, job is canceling. This kind of monitoring we can do from the job monitoring. Focusability, we have focusable dashboards, insights. This is a focusable test suite, which is automatic test suite. Focusable dashboards, insights, focused run are there. So these are the different functionalities. Now we have coming in days, we are there is a new tool like Cloud ALM, right? So in the future, next 2 years, Focusable will nobody will be using this Focusable. and data volume management. This is also one of the volume, I mean, about data, how much data is coming and sitting on the database every day. It will be calculating and managing and triggering an email to certain particular person. This much of data is filling day by day. So this will be comes under the data volume management. This is all about solution manager, key functionalities and other functionalities. Thank you. That's all about uh, Madhukar. This is all about solution
Sure.
manager demo. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm sure you will have more questions, but you are new to the solution manager and everything, right? So you might have some confusing
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But if you so there is one more PPT which is circulating on the WhatsApp front. You can also you can stop the recording Madhukar, if you want.
Sir, this one, CBTA and BPCA, you will cover, sir.
CBT and BPCA, right? Component-based test automation, business process change analyzer. Yeah, I will also I will cover them also. Just
With
schedule another
example,
meeting
yeah, with example you will show, na,
with
sir?
with example means previously I didn't work on these two functionalities, Madhukar, actually,
Uh-huh.
and I have some documentation and see with my interest. See, whenever we are working for a client, we work on that functionality only, right? So with respect to our interest, we will go and learn new functionality. Okay, so the CBT and BPCA are not in our client list. They are working. Okay,
Okay.
so I just covered whatever. So if you want, I can explain those two also with my reading knowledge and other source of knowledge. I can explain them. So please plan another session so that I can explain both of them in one session.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So anything else to discuss?
Yeah, that's it, sir.
Hmm.
So totally,
That,
I'm focusing on this testing only, sir, because I'm already having 5 years testing
hmm.
experience. No, when I see the in Naukri, when I see this kind of testing requirements, people mostly they are asking this solution manager. In that solution manager, they have mentioned this BPCA, CBTA, all those things.
Okay, plan in another session, Madhukar. I will explain them also.
Okay,
PPC and
okay, sir.
CBTA. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the
Okay,
time. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.